No, it's a video.
Oh.
Okay. Hi, I'm going to be your student nurse today. My name is Shayna Arvin. I'm going to give you a bed bath. Is that okay?
Yes.
What's your name and date of birth?
Hope Kelly, 10/1999.
Okay. So first I would perform hand hygiene, and then I would put my gloves on. If I can get them. Okay, so then I would take my bath bath blanket, and I would put it over the patient. Then I would take the blue sheet and kind of roll it out from under her. Okay. I'll put that over here so it doesn't get dirty. So then I would have 2 buckets, one with soapy water and one with just plain water. And then I would take this towel, put it under here, and I would take this washcloth and fold it up. Fold it. And I would dip this one just in plain water, and I would take the washcloth using all 4 corners, going from inner, outer, and then I would go from forehead to chin, and then I would flip it, and I would get under her neck, again using just plain water. After that, I would put that back in the plain water, and I would dab her face dry. And then after that, I would change my gloves. Is this still recording? Oh, it is. Okay. So after that, I would change my gloves and get a new washcloth with just soapy water. And I would take this towel, and I would cover this arm and put this towel under her arm. And then I would take my washcloth with the new washcloth and the new gloves. And I would dip this washcloth in the soapy water, and I would take it and going from her distal to proximal, doing long strokes. I would get under her armpit, get all of her fingers, under the fingernails, and then after that, I would take a different washcloth and dip that in plain water, wiping the soapy off, go in the same motion, getting under her armpit, around her fingers, under her nails. Then I'll put that washcloth up, and then I would damp it dry. I'm gonna lift up her arm, and then I would cover this arm back up. Then with one of my new washcloths, here I'm gonna put that under your arm. I got the washcloth. So with the washcloth that was in the soapy water, put it on. I'm going to do the same motion I did with the other arm. I'm going to take it and using all 4 corners, go into wrist to shoulder, distal proximal, long strokes, go under her armpit, get all of her fingers under the fingernails if needed. And then I'm going to take a clean washcloth and dip it in the regular water that's not soapy. And do the same motions, just cleaning it off and get under the armpits, on the fingers, under the fingernails. And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to dap her arms dry. Her arm, cover her back up there. So after that, I'm going to change my gloves and get a new washcloth, and I'm going to take this, still covering her up, put it back right here. I'm going to take the soapy washcloth and get her chest without taking the bath blanket off over her, and clean her breast area and get all under the skin folds and around her stomach. And then with another washcloth, I'm going to dip it in just the plain water, the non-soapy water, and get all of that soap out. I'm using all four corners of the washcloth. I'm going to put that right here. And I'm taking this dry towel and just kind of patting her dry. I'm going to cover her back up. Then after that, I'm going to get a new pair of gloves and a new washcloth, and I'm going to move down to her legs and feet area. After that, I'm going to put this on here. And I'm only going to cover this part of her leg. So with my new gloves and my new washcloth, I'm going to take this washcloth and dip it in soapy water and go from here to here, long strokes, get her feet under her toenails, lift her leg up and do this with long strokes. And I'm going to do the same motion, but I'm going to change my washcloth and get the clean water, the non-soapy water. And I'm going to do the same motion. Just cleaning her feet off. After that, I'm going to damp her dry. Let that in. Cover her back up this side. And touch this again. So then I'm going to get a new washcloth, and I'm going to put this towel under this leg. So with my new washcloth, I'm going to uncover her, just this part of the leg, and I'm going to dip this in soapy water using our four corners of the washcloth. I'm going to go from here to here, doing long strokes, lift her leg up, doing long strokes. Make sure I get her feet under her toenails, and then I'm going to get a different washcloth and dip it in the plain water that's not soapy and do the same motion, just getting all the soap off. Do her feet, everything. Then I'm going to damp her dry with this towel. This leg, and I'm going to lift this leg back up. And I'm going to cover her back up. So after that, I'm going to change my gloves, and I'm going to ask the patient to roll on her side so I can get her back. I'm covering this. So with my new gloves and my new washcloth, I'm going to fold this up. I'm going to get this in the soapy water, only uncovering her back. I'm going to use all four corners, cleaning her back with the soapy water, and then clean it, make sure I get everywhere. And then after that, I'm going to get the another washcloth and dip it in just the plain water that's not soapy. Get all of her back area, get in that. And then I'm going to take this towel and just damp her back dry. I'm going to cover her back up there. I'm going to put this towel right here. So then I'm going to change my gloves and get a new washcloth. And I'm going to move to her butt. I'm going to take this washcloth and dip it in the soapy water, and I'm uncovering only her bottom. And I'm going to clean her bottom off with the soapy water, getting everywhere. Make sure all the places. And then after that, I'm going to take a new washcloth and dip in the plain water that's not soapy and clean it off, just making sure you got all the soap off with the plain water, getting everywhere. I'm going to put that there. And then after that, I'm going to pat her dry with this towel. So then after that, I'm going to take this towel, cover it back up, and put it in the laundry basket. So when that's done, I'm going to change my gloves, and then I'm going to start changing the linen. Taking this pad, rolling it with it. After that, I'm going to let my patient know that there's going to be a big lump that they're going to roll over for me. Pull that all out. So after this, I'm going to change my gloves before I touch the new linen. Put the old linen and the dirty linen back into a dirty laundry basket. So after that, I'm going to put this up. Make sure I get it back. Then I'm going to change my patient's gown and pillowcases. After that's done, have my patient, she can roll back over. After that is finished, I'm going to take this new comforter, put it over my patient. To hold that. Then I'm going to take my bath blanket and kind of roll it out under my patient, just so she doesn't get exposed. I'm going to put this in the dirty laundry basket. Neither. Ask my patient if she wants her feet to be tucked in. Sure. Sure. Perfect. Okay, sir. Put this under here. After that, I'm going to ask my patient if the bed bath was okay.
It was great.
Good. And then I'm going to take my gloves off. And then I'm going to do hand hygiene, and then I'll be finished with my bed bath. Thank you.
Thank you.